In the dead of night, when the world slept under a blanket of darkness, a weary pizza delivery driver named Mike found himself on an ominous journey. His GPS led him deeper into the heart of an unfamiliar, foreboding forest, where the gnarled branches overhead seemed to reach for him like skeletal fingers. An eerie silence enveloped the woods as he ventured further down the winding, overgrown path. His destination, a long-forgotten, ramshackle house obscured by the gloomy trees. The porch light flickered ominously, revealing the deteriorating structure. As he approached the door, a shiver ran down his spine, and a chill wind howled through the trees, as if nature itself warned him to turn back. Summoning his courage, Mike knocked hesitantly. The door groaned open slowly, and he entered, guided solely by the feeble glow of a single flickering candle. The room he stepped into appeared to be from another era, shrouded in darkness, its walls adorned with grotesque paintings. In the corner of the room sat an old woman, her face hidden in the shadows. She beckoned him closer, her voice a spectral whisper that sent shivers down his spine. Mike approached, hesitating, but unable to resist her eerie call. With trembling hands, the old woman handed Mike a stack of ancient coins that clinked together like bones, payment for the pizza. As he counted, he couldn't help but notice the disturbing details of the paintings on the walls. The twisted faces seemed to watch him with malevolent intent. Suddenly, as he attempted to leave, the old woman's bony hand shot out, seizing his wrist in a vice-like grip. Her face contorted into a grotesque smile, revealing rows of sharp, decaying teeth that glistened in the dim light. The air grew colder, and a feeling of dread consumed him. Terrified, Mike yanked his hand away, breaking free from the old woman's grip. With a frenzied burst of adrenaline, he raced out of the room and into the pitch black night. The door slammed shut behind him, echoing with a deafening, ominous bang that reverberated through the forest. The horrifying encounter haunted Mike for the rest of his days, leaving him a changed man. He never spoke of that night, but the deep-seated fear etched into his soul was palpable to anyone who dared to ask. The house in the woods became a place of dread, forever associated with his harrowing ordeal. In the heart of a quiet suburban town, nestled amidst the comforting glow of streetlights, there existed an innocuous little lane named Pepperoni Lane. But beneath its ordinary facade lay a dark secret that few dared to acknowledge. One fateful night, Jake, a young pizza delivery guy, embarked on his usual routine. Guided by the warmth of the pizzeria's ovens, he set forth into the abyss of Pepperoni Lane, completely unaware of the terror that awaited him. As Jake approached his destination, a decrepit mansion loomed ominously in the moonlit mist. Its windows, like vacant eyes, stared into the depths of his soul. A chill ran down his spine, but duty propelled him forward. The door creaked open before he could knock, and a spectral hand emerged, accepting the pizza with a gnarled grip. The feeble light revealed an elderly woman, her eyes sunken and hollow, as if life had long abandoned her. She spoke in hushed tones, her voice a mere echo of a distant memory. With trembling hands, Jake accepted an ancient coin, its surface etched with cryptic symbols. Ignoring the unease that gnawed at him, he turned to leave, but the door slammed shut, trapping him inside the suffocating silence of the mansion. Each step echoed like a funeral dirge. As Jake explored the mansion's labyrinthine halls, unearthly whispers caressed his ears, promising horrors beyond imagination. Ghostly apparitions danced at the edges of his vision, their laughter a cacophony of madness. In a forgotten room, he discovered a collection of photographs. Families frozen in time, their eyes gouged out, their faces twisted in eternal anguish. Each photograph told a gruesome tale of the mansion's malevolence, a story of lives consumed by the darkness that lurked within. As Jake tried to escape, he found himself ensnared in a web of malevolent forces. The walls groaned with unseen agony, and the air grew thick with despair. Desperation clawed at his heart as he realized the mansion hungered for his soul. Hours turned to eternities as Jake fought to retain his sanity. Shadows whispered dreadful secrets, and the very essence of fear clung to his skin. In the mansion's depths, he encountered the spirit of the old woman, her eyes ablaze with malevolence. She hungered for companionship, a twisted desire that twisted her soul. With a burst of newfound courage, Jake confronted the spirit, pleading for his freedom. In a moment of eerie calm, the spirit relented, releasing him from her clutches. As he fled the mansion, its anguished cries echoed behind him, promising retribution to anyone who dared to tread Pepperoni Lane. In the safety of daylight, Jake recounted his harrowing tale, a cautionary whisper in the wind for those who might wander too close to Pepperoni Lane. And as his story spread, so did the legend of the haunted pizza delivery, a terrifying saga that etched itself into the town's history, forever shrouding Pepperoni Lane in a veil of unspeakable horror. In the heart of a forgotten town, where ancient cobblestones echoed with the whispers of the past, there stood a peculiar pizzeria, its name long erased from memory. The townsfolk spoke of it in hushed tones, for it was said that the place bore witness to an otherworldly secret concealed behind its faded facade. One sinister night, a courageous pizza delivery driver named Sarah received an order destined for the infamous pizzeria. Guided by an unshakable curiosity, she ventured forth into the abyssal silence that enveloped the town. The air was thick with a palpable sense of dread, and shadows danced menacingly in the moonlight. Upon her arrival, the pizzeria's door creaked open as if beckoning her inside. The interior was a symphony of flickering candlelight and elongated shadows that seemed to whisper ancient incantations. The scent of freshly baked dough mingled with an underlying aroma of decay. Sarah ventured deeper, her footsteps muffled by the suffocating silence. In a forgotten corner, she stumbled upon a mysterious book, bound in leather, as black as the void. Its pages were adorned with cryptic symbols and horrifying illustrations depicting unspeakable entities from the nether realms. In an ill-fated moment of curiosity, Sarah deciphered a forbidden chant from the book, unknowingly unleashing an ancient curse upon herself. The room shuddered, and the pizzeria transformed. Walls bled with dread, and the very air vibrated with a malevolent energy. Sarah found herself trapped within a labyrinth of nightmares, each corridor leading to a different horror. Ghostly apparitions, with eyes devoid of soul, tormented her every step. Their whispers, laden with despair, echoed through the endless halls, amplifying her terror. Desperation gripped her heart as she realized the pizzeria was a gateway to a realm where nightmares were tangible, and the line between reality and nightmare blurred into nothingness. The shadows themselves seemed alive, writhing like serpents, hungry for the light of her sanity. With sheer willpower, Sarah fought to escape, but the pizzeria was a labyrinth of unending horrors, each turn leading to a more terrifying revelation. The echoes of her screams melded with the pained cries of countless souls trapped within the cursed walls. As dawn approached, Sarah stumbled upon a forgotten chamber, its walls adorned with mirrors that reflected her torment, 1,000-fold. The mirrors shattered, releasing the souls trapped within. Their anguished cries merged into a crescendo that shattered the very fabric of reality. In a blinding flash of light, the curse was lifted. The pizzeria returned to its mundane self, as if the nightmare had never occurred. Sarah, marked by her harrowing experience, escaped with her life, forever haunted by the horrors of that otherworldly night. And so, the tale of the cursed pizzeria passed into legend, a warning to those who dared to tread its threshold. The townsfolk, forever changed by the events, kept their distance, ensuring the pizzeria remained undisturbed, lest the ancient curse awaken once more.